Hi everyone, Tom Hughes here from GembaDocs and welcome to another product update, and it's another action-packed update for you this month. And I'm going to give you a very quick overview of the changes so you can know what this whole video is going to be about. First of all, massive changes to the SOP dashboard and the Kanban dashboard where you can sort and filter really easily. Much easier to organize your SOPs and Kanbans now. We've password protected your PDFs. You now have an option to do that. We've introduced a brand new feature around systematic SOP reviews. This is really going to drive your improvements, so you can set monthly, quarterly, annually reviewed SOP frequencies so you can have a structured improvement program on your processes. Game-changing update. Next, we've put your videos to 60 seconds from the previous limit of 30 seconds for process steps. We've got a date option for EU and UK and US. A whole bunch of Kanban related improvements and a whole bunch of translation for the non-English website and app. So now let's dive in. First up, the dashboard. So here you go. This is live now in web. The apps will be live tomorrow, the 1st of August. So you'll see in here, we can sort by date created, date modified, review. That's something you're going to see later. Alphabetical. Let's just do that for now. So this just lets us alphabetically sort. You can see we've started with numbers here. And that's just sorting everything from A to Z. If we want to see date modified, this is particularly useful when I show you the review feature, because you may want to see, well, how long has it been since we've reviewed our processes, and you'll be able to see it in date order now. And then you could also decide perhaps how to prioritize your reviews based on that. So that's the sort. That's the sort feature. Now we've got the filters. So you can filter by who created the SOP. This is live in our Lumen one. And you can also filter what tag. If you have that feature enabled in your account, you can filter by tag. So I'll go those two. And that's all I'm going to see now. So I only created one of those SOPs, lazy Tom. If we change that to Ryan, see how that changes things. So Ryan, you can see, created most of those SOPs. So then you can still sort those by whatever order you want. So a very, very useful feature. Next, we're going to dive in and show you how to password protect your PDF. So I'm just picking this one random. And in here, if we go to your advanced options, which we've now placed down at the bottom here, it's a UI improvement in web, just so that I think it flows better into the SOP process, just to go straight into your steps. The advanced options and the document controller down here. So you see now we have this PDF password option. So I can put a password into there. You can also see it as you put it in. So it needs to match the criteria that we have. So I think it's 8 characters. So that'll password protect that. If I save that PDF and now I go to view that PDF, I'm not going to save the password. If I now go to view that PDF, magically I can't see it unless I put the password in. And voila, there is our SOP. So very useful for things you want to make more secure and you don't want just any randomer in the whole world seeing what is on that PDF. So that's been a well requested feature. Next, we're going to go into the systematic SOP review. I'm going to let my Loom catch up with me. To the review feature, go back out into the dashboard. And I'm going to still pick on this diode junction box. So I click that. Now I can set, you can actually pick multiple SOPs while you're creating this review, which is pretty useful if you use that in conjunction with the sort and the filter options on the dashboard. But for now, I'm just going to pick out one SOP in here, and I'm just going to decide that I'm going to be the process owner of that review. And I'm going to set it a short review, a weekly one, just because it'll show better what the feature does, because the tile of that feature, because it's due for review, is going to be red now. So that sets that SOP up for review. And there it is, diode junction box assembly. Now if I click that, it'll just go into the normal view mode, but I want to carry out the review. So I'm going to submit a review now. So you'll see how this feature works. So the questions for the review are down the side here. I'm not going to go into the detail, but team composition, process clarity, have there been updates to the process since the last time we looked at it? Have we got improvement opportunities? Can we optimize the process? And can we competence verify that the people who are carrying out the task know what they're doing in short form? So we can actually edit the document while we carry out the review, which is a super cool feature. So if we need to make any changes, we can do it while the review process is happening. So when the review is done, I'm just going to type in random text here, just for the purposes of this demo. Save that review. So that's now saved in the change history of this SOP. And that review has been carried out. And if I go into the change history of that SOP, I will see the review and I can view that review. There it all is. And I can even edit it. So pretty handy feature. So you can now take your core critical processes and decide, I'm going to review that batch of processes monthly, quarterly, or whatever. And it's really, I personally think that this is a missing link in making your SOPs really implemented. So key process. The 30 to 60 second video, I'm not going to demo that. If you upload videos in the app or web, you'll see now we handle 60 seconds. Date settings, if we go into the settings in web or mobile, you'll now see we have a date format. My Loom is covering that up. I'm going to move me in Loom. There we go. We can now choose EU, UK, US. It's amazing that GembaDocs has been going this long and that it wasn't done. So that's now completed. We did a bunch of translations. I want to say thanks to Milan in Germany, because the German translation's really at another level now. He put a huge amount of effort. These are so amazing, our customers that do this for us. And Enrique in Brazil, also huge effort in updating the Portuguese translation. So for all those customers, you're going to get great benefit out of that now. Now I'm going to dive into our Kanban related changes. Quite a few here. To Kanban. So on our Kanbans, we now have a new feature where you can mark your Kanban as printed. We have to switch that on in settings. I'm going to leap over there. And here you go, Kanban printed flag. That's switched on. So now, if I move over to Kanbans, isn't that neat the way it's took me back to Kanbans? That's another little, I can now on the three dots here. Oops, that was a slight misnavigation. I can mark it as printed. So now that Kanban's going to show up with a little printed tag on it. And you're going to see that over here. That's printed. And furthermore, on the Kanbans, another neat little change is we've added tags. So I haven't implemented these on the Lumen Kanbans yet, but I haven't done it on development. So we're just going to say ferals. So for us, that's important at Lumen. I've now created a feral tag. And when I save that, you're going to see that tag appear on the tile here. And furthermore, we are going to see that we can filter now by the feral tag. So that's going to make your Kanbans a lot easier to organize. One more improvement to the Kanbans is we've added a feature now where you can upload a barcode, and that will go on the back of your Kanban card instead of the URLs. So it's either or, it's not both. So if you want to put a barcode on the back of your Kanban, you can now do that. Now, some more. Now we're into the smaller changes. You might be glad to know. Into the smaller changes, if you now duplicate an SOP, if you duplicate it before, you used to have to go and try and find the SOP. It just chucked you out and you had to look through the list. Whereas now, when you duplicate, it takes you straight into the editing of your duplicated process. So it's a nice, simple improvement. There we go. Next one is interesting. I'll just look in view. We've now added a new link where you can share a link to view SOP in the app. So before you could only share a link from here to view it, the QR code to PDF, or the link to view the PDF. Now if you share this link and you copy and paste that into wherever you want to put it, another piece of software, for example, then if you click that and you're in a mobile device, you can view the SOP step by step in the app, which is super cool. Next, my life. This is a long one, isn't it? Next change is SOP tracking. This is a little used feature. I'm going to switch it on. It's useful if you want to trace batches. So we have a few customers who are using this if they want to trace that SOP was done by person X at time Y and that there weren't any issues, and we can enter a batch traceability number. And you can export that out as an XLS out of GembaDocs. So those customers requested a QR code so that they could scan and go straight into tracking. And now we've implemented that. So if we look at the QR code, we now have that one is a tracking QR code, as well as the normal view an app and the PDF that we already have. So new QR code, folks. And just for a bit of humor, we had a problem where our German flag was the old one with the eagle in the middle. And we had a couple of Germans that were offended by that. Guys, we've sorted that out. You got a new flag. So that's it, folks. That's a pretty action-packed update. I think you'll agree. It's absolutely a joy to give you these updates. Please give us feedback on how you find them. We're working very, very hard to improve GembaDocs every single day. And I interact with lots of you customers every single day. I'm just finding an absolute joy to serve you. So thanks for watching the update and enjoy GembaDocs.